Hi everybody, I'd like to welcome you to my guide to offer walls, getting paid to play mobile games. And so I did this because there are offer wall functions that come up in the game I play with the community, just in case anybody was interested in time frames on completing games. It also includes how much I made recently off the Make Money 2022 app. In case you are interested in doing it that way. Overall, I just want to give you a realistic guideline to approximately how long it will take you to complete these offers. Just because it did take me that long, it doesn't mean it'll take you that long necessarily, but hopefully it'll give you a guide. So my offer wall site rankings, now if you wanted to try, and this is going to vary for wherever you're at. I'm on the west coast of the United States of America, so I might have access to better offers and different offers than somebody in a different location. You can always Google best GPT sites, Reddit, and there is a dedicated site on Beer Money that will show you different GPT sites based on your location, which ones might have the best. My favorite one is the Free Cash app. It's the one I used a ton last year. I like Free Cash because, for one thing, you could get paid out in crypto, and I could get my payouts in free coin if I felt like it, which I thought was pretty awesome. And it has AYET Studios on there, which is a offer wall that I like to use. They tend to credit their offers, which is always a plus. My second favorite, the one I've been using recently, is the Make Money Real Cash app 2022. This says 2021 on it, but that's the one I've been using. I've cleared $128 in the last, I'd say, 45 days. It only pays out to PayPal, so you do have to have a PayPal account to be able to receive money from the site. It has Tapjoy on it, which I was really happy about. I've almost exclusively done Tapjoy offers for these past 45 days. I'm going to have to start branching out a little bit. I did do one offer on Iron Source and it did pay. I have not tried Fiber on there. Those are the three main ones I saw, and I also believe I saw Revenue Universe, which means there's a very good chance in my near future I will be doing Raid Shadow Legends again, which is one of my favorite offers to do. Third would be Swag Bucks. It's kind of the old school one. I know I was getting my payouts in Amazon gift cards. I know there's a lot of different options on how you can get your payout. It's all up to you on what you want to get. So you can use that. And then recently, this year for about a month, I was using Boints. You can only get paid out on Boints through PayPal. And I was using it for a month and I was enjoying it. They have Tapjoy as well. But then one of their advertisers got confused and said that I was using the offers illegally because I was in Canada, which I'm not, and I think it's unfortunate that they would ban people, but I guess they were thinking I was using a VPN, which is a big no-no. You never use a VPN when completing offers. And so they held up my cash and I got frustrated and I stopped using them, and that's how I found the Make Money app, which I'm actually really happy with. But then they did rectify and they did pay me in the end, so I can't say. So should you offer wall? That's a question you might want to ask yourself. Doing offers takes time, so do you have the time to commit to complete the offers? And that's part of why I'm making this video, so you can see the different offers and ask yourself, do I want to spend 10 days playing this game? And so I guess there's two things on there. Is it going to be worth the money for you to do the work? Let's say work, I mean, it is playing video games, but the other thing is, if you're spending 2-3 hours a day on social media, they're not going to pay you. In fact, they're making money off of you. So if you use that time on a mobile game instead, maybe you can earn a little extra and do something different with it. So one big thing always before you start an offer, I say this often. On one of my previous videos, you will see in the description, I talk about researching offers and what you should be looking for. It's a little bit more detailed for this. But always do your research first and type into Google the name of the offer. It could be something like Rush Royale to Arena 11, and then type in swag bucks or Reddit after that and see what comes up. Usually there's a couple of posts because a lot of people do offer wall, and you'll be able to see what somebody else has said about doing the offer. There's a couple of things you want to look for on that, and hopefully they'll have guidelines on how long it took them. When you do start an offer wall, this is super important. Okay, you're going to launch the page from the offer. When you click on it, it's going to take you to the Play Store to download the game. Don't do anything else. Download the game, leave the screen open, hit the button to play the game, launch the game, play for a couple of minutes. If it's got a tutorial, run through the tutorial and finish it before you close the app. Then you close everything and you go back to wherever you started the offer wall. Like in my case, I'd go back to make my offer. Or if I'm doing it for Animation Throwdown, I would go back to Animation Throwdown and go to the offer wall page because I want to make sure that they're tracking it. You want to look into the status and make sure that the game you downloaded just showed up there. There are worse things in life than completing an offer and not getting paid for it, but it really sucks. And it can be quite frustrating if you put in 10 days playing a game and then you go back and there's no record that you even started the game. So always, before you get to invest in an offer wall, do your research on it. Make sure it's not a game that you're going to have to pay to advance in, and make sure that you're getting credited for the offer. These are the current offers that I'm working on right now. Empires and Puzzles, if you see some of my previous videos, you can see that I've been doing this for a while. Okay, one of the most important things, money spent, I've spent $0 on it. Okay, I made it to level 21 in 34 days. Now, good news on this offer, I log into this game about 3-4 times a day, and I'm just hitting the play button in autoing battles. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to do really much of anything, and it just kind of runs itself. I have to do that 3 to 4 times a day. Bad news on it, it takes forever. As you can tell, I'm 34 days in and I'm at level 21, and I gotta go through level 25. So I still got maybe another 2 weeks of doing this game, but it's not a huge time investment. I've already been credited $26.62. I'm looking forward to getting another $20.84 once I complete level 25. I'm also working on AKK Arena right now. I've spent $1 because when you spend $1, it's one of those games. You spend $1 and you get a free reward. And I got a character that helped me out in the initial running. In 7 days, I am at level 12.4. Okay, I've been credited $11.92. I'll get $18 for finishing level 12. That's going to happen. I have 5 days left to complete level 14, and then I would get $37. That I don't know if it's going to happen. Pros to this game is a fun game. There's quite a bit going on for a game where you're building your team and then battling it, and there's a bunch of different stuff. There's a match 3 element to it. There's it's like an old school kind of a game that you play for additional resources in the game. There's a huge Discord community that is very helpful, and they can't wait to help you if you're a new player. They have new player guides that are already made. I would 100% advise reading the new player guides. This is one of those games where, unlike Battle Knight, where if you're taking the strategy to build for a long-term investment of playing in the game, you're not going to make it in time to hit the offers on what you want to credit. In this game, the investment in towards being able to play the game for a long time is also the same investment you need to clear through these levels. So it's very important you read those resources. So the game's really fun. A con to the game is a pretty heavy time investment. you do have to play a lot of the game. But a pro, like I said, I like playing the game, so that works out for me. But you also need to have the time to play it. To get to this level in that time period, it took some heavy grinding. So if you don't have the time to heavily grind the game, do not start this one. I'm playing Family Island. Currently 4 days in, I'm at level 11. It will credit 1273 when I reach level 15, and there is a trick for making it through the last level, which I got from doing my research. So I should be hitting this within the next week. It is not a heavy time investment, but you do get your time regenerates relatively quickly, so you do have to check on it like every hour and a half and just blow through your resources real fast. And then dice streams. I've been playing dice streams. I've spent $0 on it. 4 days in, I'm at Kingdom 11. It will credit $12.73 for reaching level 15. There's a time limit on this. After that, it's to level like 30, level 40, level 50. The game is a little bit like Board Kings, except it's a lot better because when I get attacked, I've always had shields this whole time. I've never had to rebuild parts of my kingdom. So if you can't find a guide on this, I'm almost positive you will find a guide on it. You can look up a Board Kings game. They're close to the same game. It's not a bad game. I really only have to play it for a couple of minutes 3 times a day. Okay, offer walls I completed in the last 45 days, so they're fresh in my mind, and I still know a little bit on what to do. Star Trek Fleet Command. Money spent. I've spent $5 on a second builder. I do have other videos going through gameplay on this game that you could check out. It's not a bad game, although there is a grinding aspect to it if you need to complete the Battle Pass levels. Not saying to invest in the Elite Battle Pass, but just to get the resources off of the Battle Pass. And that grinding can take time, so it depends if you have the time to spend on it. I did clear level 19 in 18 days. That is impossible without the second builder. You 100% need the second builder to do it, and it did pay $31 for that, almost 32. Age of Apes. I spent 12 days on the game. I did not do a heavy time investment. I got $12 out of it. The only task I was able to complete, because when you look at it, you're going to see a whole list of tasks that you can do, was unlock the T2 and unlock the T3 units. I was able to do that. I was able to upgrade my City Hall to level 10 within the 48 hours. Most of the rest of it you would have to pay to do, and I did not want to start paying into a game without knowing how far I could get in it if I started paying. So it's up to you, but when you look at some of those other things like teeny medals and stuff like that, you have to pay to get teeny medals. There's it's going to cost you some money, and I did not do the research in time to see if the money invested would come back to you. Rise of Kingdoms. I spent 17 days on it. There is a ton of guides on this game. I did not, because I was doing like a whole bunch of other offers at the same time. I did not spend the time and money. I did spend some money. I did not spend the time needed to do this game correctly. Okay, there's a ton of guides on getting your kingdom to level 17. I spent $10 and I got $19.81 out of it, and I got to City Hall level 10. I didn't spend much time on this game at all. I basically set timers and just logged in every time a building got done. The one thing I did purchase was the level 10 One Step Ahead bundle, because I needed that to get to level 14, and it cost $10, and I think I got $5 back from it for one of the tasks. Rise of Kingdoms, if you're interested in doing, I highly recommend you find a good guide and read it before you start the game. Vikings War of Clans. I spent an hour on the game. I spent $4 on the game. I got back $3.44. So this was a loser for me. Upgrade my palace to level 10 within that time. However, if you're looking at an offer and you see an offer to upgrade your palace to level 10, and let's say you get $50 worth of gems, and it'll only cost you $4 in an hour, that's a good deal. So that's why I included it in here. Battle Knight, I spent 12 days on that. This is kind of a lie because I've been playing the game for 4 years. I started this game on my Apple device to complete an offer for Animation Throwdown 4 years ago, and I'm still playing it. Total spent, that's wrong, or no, I got $11. I spent $0 on my alt that I created to do the offer. My offer was 3 orange heroes within 14 days. You're going to see a variety of different offers on this one. One might be 5 orange heroes within 30 days. It'll be tight. I believe it's doable. I highly recommend you look at one of my videos or you look up other resource guides on the internet before you start that. Doing 3 orange heroes within 14 days is easy. You just gotta pay attention. Now, if you're going to do Battle Knight and you're just choosing a time to make it easy on yourself, either do it during the Lunar New Year, Christmas, or their anniversary event is usually end of August, September. You can look up when they're doing a special event because they'll give you a lot more resources that you can use to complete the game. Other completed offers I did in last year, Lord's Mobile, upgrade Castle 2 is the typical offer. I did level 14, spent $0 on it. Like Rise of Kingdoms, you don't have to really spend much time on this game. You could just set timers and just start the next thing. It gave me all the resources I needed to get to level 14. I didn't have to go get resources from anything else. I am sure that if you do the daily tasks, you'll get more out of it. I think I was doing the daily tasks, but even that didn't take that long. Time investment is not bad on this game. So if you have a Lord's Mobile, I would definitely recommend it. Raid Shadow Legends is one of my favorites, and the reason why is because it pays well. It's one of the better paying offers, but I only recommend it if you are doing an offer that is either open void shards, not sacred shards, but void shards. Void shards are easy to get in the game, or upgrading your hero to level 40, and I have guides on that, on both of those, on ways that you could complete those that will not cost you anything but some time. If you are going to launch Raid Shadow Legends, prepare yourself to have to play the game for at least 2-3 hours to start, because there's a heavy time investment at the very beginning to kind of get you up and going. If your offer is to open Sacred Shards, you will almost for sure have to pay money to do that. I can tell you how to get one of them for free, but it's going to take a time investment to get to that one, and you can check out some of my previous videos for Board Kings. Typical offers vary. I will recommend it if it's to complete level 20. Completing level 20 didn't really take me that long. It was, and there's a ton of posts on this game too that you can look up when you do your research. I have made it to level 31. It was a little bit of a grind there at the end because it takes a while to advance levels. Some of the offers I've seen is to level 40. I have no idea how long that would take. After I hit 31, I said that's it on the game. If you're going to do this game, a huge tip that I can give you is that there are sites, you just Google like Board Kings invite codes, and you make friends, you invite people, you put in their codes, and you can add them as friends, and that gets you a whole bunch of extra dice and stuff. You want to do that for yourself. It gives you Rush Royale. Paid nothing out of pocket. This game itself has an offer wall, so if you're doing it for offer wall, you could do its offer wall if you wanted to speed up the process a little bit. Typical offer is something like reach arena level 11 within 20 days. It is achievable. However, this is a time investment game. You have to actually play this game. It isn't doing anything when you're not playing it. Like most city builder games, you're still you're still building stuff. It's still working while you don't actively play the game. Pros, it's probably the most fun game I have played for an offer. I enjoyed it a lot. Doesn't mean you will, but I enjoy a little bit of the strategy in it. I enjoyed upgrading and getting the new units. Cons are, like I said, it's a heavy time investment. And like AFK, which I did not mention, there is a RNG aspect to it, which kind of sucks. Like if the first mythic you get is Frost instead of Boreas, that kind of sucks, because Boreas instantly makes you better and Frost makes so that part of it kind of sucks. Otherwise, it's a really fun game, but you need the time to play it. But if you want to play a fun game and you're looking for a new game and you want to make some money doing it, you could do a lot worse than Rush. Mech Arena, typical offer, kill so many coins, kill so many mechs, so many 8 coins. Is it achievable? Yes. This is another time investment game. You don't want to start something like Mech Arena, Rush Royale, and AFK all at the same time, because they all take time to do. Is it achievable? Yes. The cost is $1. This is one of the pros in it. Once you've been playing for a little bit, you will get offered something like 900 A coins for $1. And you take that because one of the tasks is usually accumulate 1,000 A coins. So you'll know it'll cost you $1, and actually you could probably do it in a day. But it does take some time. You gotta play the game. A pro to it, it's another fun game. Mech Arena is probably the second most fun I've had. Truthfully, AFK Arena is, but I'm playing it right now, so that's why I'm saying that. I'd still probably rank Rush Royale first, maybe AFK Arena second, Mech Arena third of the games I played that I actually enjoy playing the game, and I look forward to completing the offer again at another time. Clone Evolution was Battle Knight before Battle Knight came out. Okay, very similar game mechanics, very everything's the same except how long it takes you to get an orange hero. Absolutely look up a new player guide or how to complete getting an orange hero on Reddit or Google. Get yourself a guide on it before starting this game. I can't remember the steps you have to do it, but I remember having that guide was hugely influential in my ability to do it. The big part of this is it takes RNG of the arena. You have to, not arena, arcade. You have to get a hero to be able to complete your orange hero. And I remember I had everything else done, and it took me like a week of going into that arcade and taking my tries at it before I finally got the last piece that I needed to complete an orange hero. So that part kind of sucked. If the offer is for anything over one orange hero, I wouldn't go anywhere near it unless there is a guide out there when you're doing your research that says, hey, after you get the first orange hero, getting the second one super easy. Other completed offers, I've done Puzzles and Conquest, Puzzles and Survival, Mafia C to varying levels. Okay, this brings up my research thing again. Okay, the rules of offer wall. Always research the offer. If you look up something and you type in, it's something like unlock 10 Mafia babes, something like that for Mafia C, it will tell you you can get this many for free. It will take you this long, and the rest of them you have to pay for, so you will know that it will cost a ton of money. Most of the time somebody is asked exactly about that offer because they're trying to do it for another game, and you'll be able to see if it's worth it or not. If people complain about the offer, you don't want to do it. If it says, yeah, I got stuck at level whatever after 10 days, don't touch it. Okay? Doable within the time frames. When you're looking at offer, always look at how long you have to complete it. AFK Arena, Battle Knight, all these games, they have a ton of different offers out there with different time frames. I picked the one to level 14 within a specific time. I think it was 15 or 12 days. I'm going to be tight on getting to that last level. I can already tell. But I looked up guides and I looked up videos, and I said, you know what? At least it's achievable, so I'm going to go for it. And if I didn't like the game, I would just stop playing. Other guides will have different time frames on how long you can do it. You want to make sure that you're not starting a game that you're going to invest 11 days and you're going to be still like $20 off from finishing the game, and you're going to have to pay $20 to speed it up to earn $21. You just wasted all of your time. So there's always information on if you can do the offer or not. I'm not sure if it's out there, but like sacred shards in raid, depending on how you do it, it's going to cost you about $30. And so if you're getting $100 worth of stuff, you could probably get 2 sacred shards opened in a half hour. But if you don't want to spend the money, then don't do the sacred shards one, do one of the other ones. Okay, so that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you some information. I hope you find the right offer wall that's going to make you a ton of money. Happy hunting and good luck. Please like and subscribe because I told my son that someday if I get 1,000 subscribers, I will give him $100. Talk to you later.